All right, let's get started. We're gonna start with basketball. This is the impromptu topic I had. So Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets were fined 25,000 by the NBA today due to them violating their media policy while playing Rainbow Six Siege with Cut and Demond. We were discussing it over while we was losing in ranked, I might add, but that's neither here nor there. So I just want you guys' thoughts on athletes versus the media, because it feels like some athletes feel like, and other fans of athletes feel like they shouldn't have to speak to the media. Their job is to play basketball and hoop and just win their team some games. But also on the media side of things, they got to tell the story. It's in their contract they have to be there and stuff like that. So how you guys feeling, and where do you think it will end for this Kyrie not speaking to the media? I'll start with Jalen because he said he is here to pod.
Well, I think this ends today, seeing that fine is pretty hefty. What I would say, bro, I feel like the media and the players need each other. You said it well, like the media presents it to the fans. You know what I'm saying? And when I first saw it, I was like, man, all athletes should do this, because a lot of times, like, athletes will say something and it'll get misconstrued or however you want to shake it. But honestly, I think in regards to just Kyrie, I think Kyrie should just refrain from just talking, bro. Like every time he say something, it's just like bad. When they said, "Oh, I need another piece," when he came out and was like, "Oh, we need another piece," and it was like, bro, just relax. Like you throwing your teammates under the bus, and everything you say rubs people the wrong way. So I feel like Kyrie just really, I don't know if he need media training all over again, or I don't know. But in regards to like players with the media, both need each other. And I believe that both sides can get better at different things. Like how the media shapes and cuts like the narratives that are just untrue sometimes. Like that's wrong. But players also do need to be held accountable for stuff they say that is crazy. Like the earth's flat. Like that is wild. Like there's even if you put that in a little clip, it's just like, Kyrie, what are you even talking about? But I love Kyrie, man. Like, I think he's a really smart dude, but I think he gets caught up in saying just dumb stuff. Like, honestly.
Do you think this
But
is exclusive to Kyrie, or because I feel like there's a lot of players that say some dumb stuff to the media, but
yes.
Kyrie, since he's a star or superstar to some, he gets the flat because his stature in the league.
Yeah, he's gonna get the flat because of the stature of his stature in the league. I mean, he's the vice president of basketball operations behind CP, so it's like not basketball operations, but you know what I mean. But
Players
he's a
union.
VP, players union. He's the VP, so everything he says is gonna hold weight. Like if CP out here saying dumb stuff, they're gonna be looking at CP like he crazy too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like he has to understand his position, and I don't think he fully does, and I don't think he cares to understand his position either.
What you think about it, John? Kyrie versus the media, or athletes versus the
On
media.
Kyrie can't take on the media unless he's in another organization of playing basketball. Like the NBA is about media, about entertainment, about critics, comments. Like that's what the industry is. So for Kyrie, one of the biggest stars in the game, to decline that option to speak and provide topics of conversation, it is going to be harmful to the NBA's ability to create revenue. More so, Kyrie himself understands that. I mean, he's a 10-year pro. You understand that this is in your contract. You have agents. You know that you have to speak to the media. So for him to even try to like do this, then it sends a message to like how he feels about the media, no doubt. But he obviously cannot continue to do this for the remaining of the season because, like they said, they are going to continue to fine him if he isn't compliant. It might be suspensions. It might be banned from the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's gonna go out, you know what I'm saying? It could be that. If he's doing the most with the media, then it could be okay. Like you're not gonna follow and comply to the NBA's policies. There's no way you can, be a part of this organization. And that could just be sending a message from the NBA to the rest of the players, like you have to communicate with the media. So
I don't think banned, but I get what you're saying. Like they're gonna increase the amount of the fines. Possibly, I see what you're saying there.
Yeah, boy, when you get fined 100K, rap.
Demond, you ready? You ready to fire off them cannons, boy? I already see it. The
He's
floor
ready
is
to
yours, my
do
brother.
some fighting.
here, so I won't get fined.
That's it.
That's all my boy got to say. We already have expressed how the media likes to twist things and everything like that. I'm sorry when my boy ain't really got too much to say, so y'all got it. Y'all gonna continue to hate on him no matter what he do. Kyrie's just gonna come out and hoop this year, and that's all I want to see. Everything else is irrelevant for me. So whatever
Hating?
whatever they decide to do,
Is it hating or is it telling the truth?
as long as Kyrie is able to put his art on the floor, that's all I care about.
So
you
did
don't-
you think
would-
they?
Oh, you got it, Jalen. You got it. Take my role. You got it.
Do you think they took him out of context when he said the Earth was flat?
I mean, and it's just so easy to see how gullible people are. Like Kyrie really thinks the Earth is flat. He's so dumb. See, he has everybody in the palm of his hand about what he wants to say. If Kyrie say, "Well, damn, bro, it's kind of chilly out here today. Look at this man, cold." Like that's how people treat Kyrie, bro. It is what it
Is
is.
it? You know what I
Is that how
wish?
people treat Kyrie?
I wish we would hear about Kyrie in the media for better reasons, like winning MVP,
No, I wish.
or you
I
know what I'm
wish
saying,
we
like
hear-
being the
I
Finals
wish we
MVP.
hear I wish we hear more about Kyrie, what he does in the media by donating to these charities and giving masks out, 30K masks to the in Brooklyn and trucks and stuff. But we don't hear about all that. They want to talk about how Kyrie said the Earth is flat and how he does this and that and the third and hate on them and the LeBron quote. Who cares?
That was years ago.
Well, we know
Kyrie.
Kyrie's a good
Bruiser,
guy
check your phone.
off the floor.
Okay.
We know he's a good guy off the floor.
Cut.
So,
you
my
shared
turn.
you shared your opinions on the Rainbow Stream. Shout out to Rainbow Six Siege. You still stand on it? Do you feel he should speak to the media?
If he don't want to speak to the media, that's his right to choose that. But it's at the end of the day, it's a job, and I think that's what everybody keeps like ignoring. It's a job. When you get a job, they put in your contract all the stuff they want you to do and all your obligations. So teachers can't say, "I'm not going to no faculty meeting. I don't want to do that. I signed up to teach." Any sport, I mean, media matters. It's a $1 billion industry. It's not just on the court. They got to sell jerseys. They got to make commercials. They got to do this. They got to do that. So when you sign that contract, it's not just basketball with no gimmicks. It's basketball plus the fame, plus the media, plus the attention, plus the, you know what I'm saying? You can't, nobody else can get a job and just be like, "Oh, I don't feel like doing that because I didn't sign up to do that." That's not how it works.
Big facts.
But the only difference is his job is so great. He made so much money off of it, and he got endorsements off of it that he can pay his way out of not doing stuff that he don't want to do. So keep cutting the checks. And if the Nets won't keep cutting the checks, keep cutting the checks. That's on y'all. But
Yeah, I think
will
that's
find
what
them too.
I think that's the issue is they found the Brooklyn organization too. So I think they're gonna tell him you have to speak to him, but you don't have to say nothing like substantial, like what Marshawn Lynch did in the
Right.
Super Bowl.
I think
I'm
it's
just here so I won't get fined.
What'd you say,
Ooh.
John?
I think it's they more have to like be available to the press.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny that he said this now after LeBron finally came out and said he hurt his feelings. It's like, why'd you pick to do this now? LeBron
He
was
did
on
that before LeBron.
LeBron was on the podcast. I think it was with Matt Barnes and them.
He did that before. He did that before.
No, it was
He did that
road
before?
tripping.
Yeah, it was before LeBron.
Road Tripping podcast, but he did that before.
Yeah.
You sure?
Mhm.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago he
Yeah.
said that. Like a week ago.
Okay. But they just started finding him this week. That's why I came
Yeah.
back resurfaced.
Yeah.
So, but it's just, I guess they misconstrue what he said, but they do that anyway. So how about you just don't say nothing like that? You just don't say nothing.
Yes.
You don't answer that question.
My
There's ways to
issue-
dodge questions. I mean, he's with Nike. He's with all. Is he not Clutch? What is he? Who's he with? Rock Nation? I forgot who he under, but they got media training.
My only issue with it is I feel like there's a disconnect with the media and athletes, and I feel because we're seeing it now with all these athletes coming out with podcasting and things like that. I just feel as if the media is going to lose their ability to storytell due to the athletes not being cool with the media. I think athletes are going to control their own narrative, while the media is going to be like the odd man out. And there's pros and cons to the athletes controlling their own narratives. It's just like the media's job is to be objective, and if the athletes are controlling their own narrative, then they're not going to be objective about their play.
Well,
That's all
the media isn't objective when all they do is hate on a certain player, when all they do is throw. But But it's so funny how
Well, talk to us.
it's so funny how the
Yeah.
Rosers continuously switch. Like the media hates on Kyrie, and it's Kyrie deserves that. Kyrie every time he opens his mouth. But then when the media throws Russell Westbrook under the bus, it's unwarranted. Why do they talk about him like that? The media has their own agenda of who they want to prop up on the stool and who they don't. But based off y'all preferences, it's okay who gets treated like that. That's how I view it. It's
Well,
exactly.
I think Westbrook getting slander is some of it is necessary by the style of play. It's just they when you I feel as if when you play bad, I should be able to tell you playing bad. And if you playing good, I tell you play good.
Exactly. And all the slander that Kyrie has gotten.
You can't talk bad about Kyrie play. People aren't slandering Kyrie. They're slandering him about him as a person.
They are slandering his play.
I talk bad about his play sometimes.
They're
It's
saying
not that he's not good.
They're saying he's
Kyrie's
hard to work with, like with James Harden. That's the narrative that's coming out of there. He can't handle with other star teammates. What you saying, Jalen?
Every team he has been on, he's made worse. And when he's absent on that team, they've played better.
Who?
Look at it. When he was out this year and he missed however many games,
they started winning.
The Nets were winning. The Nets were playing better. Same thing with the Celtics.
Coaching.
When Kyrie went out of the lineup,
Said coaching.
What did the Celtics do?
Coach got fired
because of Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Kenny Atkinson, he mutually separated from the Nets organization back in
because he probably couldn't deal with.
Nah, They said KD didn't want him. He didn't want him as a coach.
I mean,
that was a report that came out.
Playing by that time either.
I mean,
there was what?
To be honest, like
you said, they weren't playing by that time.
Said Kyrie wasn't playing by that time.
Oh, honestly, bro, I just can't wait for this Brooklyn experiment to be exactly what I think it's gonna be. That's all I gotta say about it.
I think the experiment's gonna work out well if Kyrie just keeps his ego out of it and just plays basketball.
I think
nobody is saying Kyrie's this as a basketball player. He's not a number one option. He's a bona fide number two option. He's an all-star. We all know that. At the same token, bro can really get himself in trouble with the stuff he says. And you come, okay, we all playing on a basketball team, and you come out and say, oh, we're a piece away. We need another piece. You telling the guys around you that they not enough. The guys that go to battle with you in practice day in and day out. And then you go on a podcast and say, yeah, until I got on this Brooklyn Nets team, I can never look down the line and see a guy that can take the shot and make the shot when Bron has literally done that time in and time out.
That's a great segue.
Chicago, Minnesota. You can name it. All these times you didn't see Bron hit buzzer beaters when they really needed it. Like, come on, bro. And Bron ain't never want to see that man do nothing but shine.